I would say plan. Like planning is the number one thing. I feel that you have to have thought of everything. Have your ducks in a row. The first thing before even thinking I want to buy a home or what's the market looking like right now, what are your finances looking like? Have you taken into account all the costs associated with purchasing a home? There are down payment assistance. There's a bill that's being put through Congress, and Joe Biden had said something about like 25,000 that the down payment assistance. Right now, it's uncertain though. That might, if it passes, that would be a wonderful opportunity for anybody who's a first-time home buyer. However, at the end of the day, it's super important to keep in mind your down payment. FHA versus conventional. That's a question that I get all the time. People tend to lean more towards FHAs when they're first-time home buyers because they're under the impression of like the first time, like the benefits of that. Keep into consideration. Talk to your lender. Your lender would be the best person to be able to break down everything. But from like 30,000 feet, from my point of view, you know, your FHA, you got to put 3.5% down, and then you get, I think it's like 1.75% funding fee. So like you're already, even though you're not putting the money up front, like you're already paying the same as if you just did a 5% conventional. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, FHA loans, they have mortgage insurance premium that you're paying every month. Whereas depending on your lender, your 5%, you might not. It's worth to talk to a lender. But you need to know, like, if you're gonna put 5%, you have to have that accounted for. Closing costs, that's another thing. Unless you're going new construction and the builder is gonna help you out. If you use their lender, who knows? However, like, it's good to account for it. So 3%, another 3%. Okay, we're looking now. Now you also have to think about your budget, that monthly payment, how much you want to pay every month. Okay, well, that really determines like what type of range that you're looking at on like for housing. Then once you're within that range, you also have to think about your negotiables and your non-negotiables. Like, what do you really need? Are you aiming more towards land, or are you aiming more towards like property, a home? Because they're perfect example. Today, I showed 2 properties in Fredericksburg. One was 3 acres, same price as the second one, which was on a 1/4 acre. The second one was much larger of a home, a little bit newer. But at the end of the day, it all determines. You have to think, what is it that's important to me? Do I want to have land, or do I want to have like a home? Like, do you want to have more space inside of your home? Maybe you want to mix of both. When it comes to that, at least just my personal views, I think about like what my grandfather would always say. He says, population grows, but the land doesn't. So from my eyes, like, I'm always gonna value the land, because you can always build, depending, as long as it's not a condo, you can build out. So get a firm understanding of what you're getting into. Any other fees, upfront money, like your earnest money deposit when you get a contract ratified, which means that someone else agreed to sell you their property. Your appraisal, a home inspection. Those are all things that you need to take into consideration. And that'll really help determine it. As far as from like a realtor's perspective, I'd say a lot of the properties right now are on the market for I'm seeing properties on the market for a longer period of time, which really, and then the rates seem to have come down. So it seems like it would be a good opportunity right now to purchase based off of like the incentives and conditions. However, where the market is going to go up or down, that's literally anybody's guess at this moment.
The Varius